Hello and welcome back to the Reactivist Podcast. I'm Marlena Shivo. So I was reading the New York Post and I came across the most vile article that I'm going to share with you. And it's about a Brazilian supermodel / influencer who is, I guess, known for trying new beauty treatments and anti-aging remedies and things of that nature. And she had a picture of herself trying a new facial, which involved putting human feces all over her face. Now, she says that she read an article about this and decided to try it. Now, I don't know where this article was from. I didn't do that deep of a dive because it doesn't interest me. And I was literally gagging as I was reading the article. I was actually eating lunch, just kind of casually reading, and I stopped eating. So, maybe her beauty trend will start a new diet trend because it is very unappetizing to think about and even think about the pictures. So anyway, and she put a nose clip, by the way, on. And ew. Her name is Deborah Pixoto. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. And I definitely don't care because I don't have to. So, if you get feces in your eye, that is like almost immediate infection, pink eye, the whole nine. I mean, what? You can get a skin infection. There's so much bacteria. There were a slew of comments, as you can imagine, and people in the field of dermatology, doctors, no one, not one person, even remotely tried to support this woman's choice of doing this. As a matter of fact, they talked about all the dangers of human feces. I don't know how many times I'm going to say the phrase human feces, but they talked about how dangerous it is to actually do something of that nature, like handle it, let alone put it all over your face. I just really wonder if people like this actually believe what they're doing, or are they just starving for attention? I mean, I was starving before I read that article, and now I don't feel like I'll ever eat again, but it is pretty disgusting, and I find it disturbing, actually, because, not for me, because I'm a grown woman and I can decipher between what is a trend and what is clearly, in this case, in my opinion, a cry for help or a cry for attention. And I can blow right past it after I bypass my gag reflex. But kids, teenagers, even young adults reading this who maybe have self-esteem issues or just are very easily influenced by these quote unquote influencers. I mean, these people are going to try this. Someone is going to try this. There's not going to be, I don't think they're going to come out in droves to try this. I don't think people are going to be running to the bathroom to try this new trend, but I definitely feel like there's a percentage of the population who follow this individual who will say, well, if she's doing it, I can do it. It's a monkey see, monkey do. It's horrible. That just rolled off my tongue. I should be ashamed of myself. But I'm not. I'm not ashamed of myself at all, actually. Listen, Deborah, maybe you should put down the camera and pick up a book and come up with something else to do with your life. Because if you've gotten to the point where you need to put something like that on your face, you're running out of stuff to do. I mean, there's a million tropical fruits in the world. There are different elements in nature that you could try. I mean, at this point, what's left for you? If you're putting shit on your face, what's left? I've got some poison ivy in my yard. Would you like me to send you some? Let me know how that works out for you. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about getting shit-faced sometimes, but not like that. Not like that. And while we're on the topic of people who make odd choices, in my opinion, I would like to talk about the people in line who stand too close, right? And when you inch forward, not because you are inching forward to get to the next position in line, you're just inching away from them because they're standing too close to you. They inch forward. You inch forward, they inch forward. They just keep inching towards you. I don't really understand where they think they're going. How much closer to checking out of the store do you think you're getting by standing up my ass? I can tell you right now, a register is not going to come out of my ass. You can tell when the line itself is moving versus someone just moving to create a little space. Although these people can't, and that's a personal space issue on both parts. And then it makes me think maybe there's a pickpocketer behind me. And luckily, I wear a lot of yoga pants, so I don't have pockets. And I usually wrap my purse around me and it's in front of me so you can't get my stuff. So if you're not a pickpocketer, because I have no pockets and I have nothing of value on my person that is behind me, why do you want to be that close to me? And it wouldn't even help if you were to say, could you just back up a little bit? Because A, they might look at you like you're insane, even though they're the ones who clearly are not wrapped too tight. But they might not understand because they clearly don't understand what a normal distance between them and another human is. So I just want to know what goes through someone's mind. I mean, we have master classes on everything now, right? Everything. You can get a master class on just about anything. I think they should make a master class about personal space. But then again, if you don't understand that you are someone who has an issue with personal space and giving someone theirs, you're not going to sign up for the master class. What a conundrum. I don't know. I need a psychologist on this one, but although I've learned that all psychologists are a little nuts. So, actually a lot nuts, like really fucking nuts. And so I don't even know where to turn, except internally. And to all of you listening, I would love to hear what you have to say about people who inch forward every time you inch up in line. And I would like to know what you would do about it. Anyway, on to the next. I read a odd story in USA Today. It was really a short story, but it was I'd never heard of someone adopting a dog and then returning a dog because the dog was, quote, too boring. Yes, this dog was apparently not a personality match for this family. A dog named Duke, looked like a bit of a black lab mix, was picked up at the shelter and was returned about a week later because he lacked enthusiasm, according to the family, and he didn't greet them at the door, and he napped too much. That was their complaint. So they returned this dog to the animal shelter in Las Vegas. Could you imagine? I mean, either you want to rescue a dog or you don't. If the dog was unruly and you had a small child, these are the reasons people try to pawn their dogs off or pets off. Too aggressive, bites people, can't be trained. They think that they're endangering the humans in their home. I mean, these are things that have happened. But to return a dog because they're too boring, I don't think I can end on a boring dog story to say I've heard it all, but that takes the cake. And it takes a nap.